Hello friends, welcome to LeggLife and welcome to San Francisco, California, our first full day here.
Yeah.
We have some exciting things planned. We are about to call a Waymo. Waymo is a fully autonomous driverless vehicle. We could call Uber, we could call Lyft, but why call a car with a driver when you can have the robots drive you around? Sherry feels very uncertain about this.
Sure do.
We're gonna take the Waymo to Tartine Bakery, a very famous bakery here in San Francisco, get some snacks, and then I think we're gonna head over to the Walt Disney Family Museum before continuing to explore San Francisco today. So let's go get our first ever robot vehicle. All right, it says that our Waymo is 1 minute away, so we are walking out here to the street in front of our Airbnb to pick it up. Look at this, here is our car. So here's how it works. It's got all of these little cameras around the outside, cameras on top, and on the app, I can click this little unlock button, and the car just unlocked. Now, we get in.
Good to see you, Adam and Sherry.
Destination's Tartine Bakery, start ride.
Hello, from Waymo.
Holy cow.
Just give us 1 minute to cover a few riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic.
How do you feel about this?
Weird.
All right, we're gonna buckle up. This is for sure the future. So Waymo's in a few cities. I think it's in Las Vegas, Austin, Texas, San Francisco. And I think there are, is it in Los Angeles as well? Oh, that's right, we did see them. I was reading a bunch of studies about Waymo, and they have significantly less accidents than like cars, like normal cars with drivers. So I feel totally safe. It's just super weird being in a car and not having a driver in the driver's seat.
You can't ask all of your questions.
That is true. One of the things that I love doing.
A whole list of questions. So how long have you been driving?
How long have you been driving with Lyft?
How long have you lived here?
How long have you lived here? Okay, don't mock me, Sherry.
Listen, everybody who's ever ridden in an Uber or a Lyft with you knows your list of questions.
They know my questions. Look at that. It even stopped. This is the best. And then in the Waymo app, while you're driving, you can change the music. You can have the car pull over, like if there's an emergency and you need to stop. Kind of shows you I'm paying, obviously through Apple Pay, it was $12.51. It was about $20 for an Uber or Lyft, so significantly cheaper.
You can also do that here on this screen.
Yep, you can also do that.
Pull over, you can change the music.
Yep. Look at this. I can control from the app the cabin controls. I can change the temperature. This is kind of cool. When you get near the car, it'll use Bluetooth to unlock the doors automatically. This is really awesome. I like it. All right, now Tartine, the bakery that we are going to, we saw on one of our very favorite shows.
Somebody Feed Phil.
So Somebody Feed Phil is a show that we watch all the time, and it is a show that we watch before we go to a certain city. So before we came to San Francisco, we rewatched the San Francisco episode and took notes. So Tartine was one of the places. Phil had their chocolate croissant and said it was amazing, so fingers crossed they still have them today.
Yeah.
We are getting a little bit of a late start. We slept in,
yep,
but that's okay. Hopefully Tartine still has lots of delicious goodies for us to start our day with.
Yeah.
So we had to pull the door handle twice, once to unlock it and once to open it. Bye Waymo, you're the best. All right, Sherry, first Waymo experience. Thoughts?
It was better than expected.
Better than expected. What more could you want? We have made it into Tartine. Oh my goodness. Look at all of the pastries up there. And we lucked out. As soon as we got our snacks, some people left and cleared up a spot for us to sit. All right, so we got two things. We got the chocolate croissant that Phil said we had to get. Look at the layers, that is insane. And then we basically got like a ham and cheese croissant and a couple of apple juices. I didn't really show these. Obviously they have lots of pastries, but their baked goods look absolutely unbelievable. We're gonna start with the chocolate croissant. Sherry Beth's gonna be our official taste tester. There's no real good way to do this because it just gets crumbs everywhere because how flaky it is. But I want to show you, oh my gosh, look at the chocolate in there. Is it really good? Well, we've done damage on the chocolate croissant. I have to say it's the best chocolate croissant I've ever had in my life. Literal perfection. And we've had croissants in Paris. Phil Rosenthal did not lead us wrong once again. Now we're diving into the ham and cheese. We are done at Tartine. It was amazing. Agree?
Very good.
Very good. And there's this place called Faye's Coffee. Gifts, books, candles, cards. Let's go in there. Okay, this is so cool because then in the back of the coffee shop bookstore, it's like an old school video store where you can rent movies. So here's kind of what the whole inside looks like. You can see. Very cool. That was a very fun, very funky coffee shop, bookstore, movie store, gift shop, bakery, all of the things. Now we're walking this way because on the drive here, there was a church up here that looked really beautiful, as Sherry pointed out. So I think we're gonna walk over and see if we can see it a little bit better. So Dolores Park is here on our left, and here's that church. It just looks so pretty. I think we're gonna try to walk up on that side. Okay, we thought it was a church. It's a high school. What the heck? Mission High School, 1926. It's nicer than any high school we have in Alaska. And here we go. Our Waymo has just pulled up. Unlock the door. There we go. We're back in, going to the Walt Disney Family Museum. Start the ride. Okay, so if you've watched our channel for any length of time, you will know that we are actually big Disney fans. We have gone to, oh gosh, Disneyland, Disney World, Disneyland Paris. We've been on 9 Disney cruises. We love Disney. We haven't done a ton of Disney stuff lately. I feel like we kind of burned ourselves out. Honestly, we did a lot of Disney in a short period of time.
Yeah.
However, my original love for Disney came from my love for Walt. The creative, the genius, the just like outside the box thinker that made it all happen.
Yeah.
And so the Walt Disney Family Museum is someplace I've always wanted to go. It's been on my Disney bucket list.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is focused more on the story of Disney, like the Disney family, rather than like current Disney. So I cannot wait to go experience the museum. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
It's $25 to get in a person, so we'll buy our tickets when we get there. It is not open like every day, so if you're coming to San Francisco and you want to check it out, definitely go to the website and check out their hours. Yeah. Fortunately, they're open today. I cannot wait to see it. The Walt Disney Family Museum is in a place called the Presidio. We are in here now, and I think we're getting close-ish. It says we have 3 minutes to go still. Looking out the window over there, we got our first view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Sherry, you'd never seen the Golden Gate Bridge before.
I have not. No, I have not.
Now you have.
Yeah.
Don't forget your phone, keys, or wallet.
Thanks, Waymo. We have made it. The Walt Disney Family Museum. Sherry Beth, how excited are you?
I'm very excited.
You can see lots of big parkland here at the Presidio. Looking out, there's actually Alcatraz right out there. We're gonna head into the museum. So we have our tickets, and the special exhibit they have going on right now is The Happiest Place on Earth, the Disneyland story. And so it is down here, talks about like the early inspiration for Disneyland. Look at that, the Chicago Railroad Fair official guidebook. And then just around this entire area is all stuff on the opening of Disneyland. Even look at the floor. Oh my gosh. They have tables where you can do like coloring of Main Street USA. How fun is that? This is interesting. Disneyland originally possibly going to be in Burbank. Yeah, the idea was met with, yep, polite interest but no approval.
So I was like, all right, bye.
I'll go somewhere else. Look at this. Old drawing of Disneyland. The plot plan of Disneyland, designed by W.E.D. Enterprises. It's got the entrance, town square, city hall, all the way up, and you can see the castle right there. And then the headline in the Anaheim Bulletin, Disneyland comes here, when they finally found the land. And this is neat, a letter from one of the ladies who actually sold land to make Disneyland happen. Here you can see a note as they were working on that famous plaque over the entrance to Disneyland. And over here we have invitations to the grand opening. I actually never knew this. Says not every idea for a park came to be. Edison Square was supposed to be an extension of Main Street, USA, sponsored by General Electric, surrounded by architecture from around the country. So you have like Philadelphia.
Red brick building, New York brownstone, Chicago gray stones, Bostonian colonial brick, and architecture inspired by San Francisco's Edwardian and Victorian wooden structures.
That's really cool. Yeah, I never knew that was going to be. Oh yeah, there's some Edison Square. Gosh.
Oh, they're really pretty.
That would have been pretty. Sherry just beckoned me.
You know, the Pirates being the last attraction Walt personally supervised.
Okay, Pirates is my all-time favorite Disney attraction. I did not know the last attraction Walt personally supervised. That must be why I love it.
Yeah.
So here is an overview of Tomorrowland. And one thing I think people kind of forget a lot of times, and even I fall victim to this too, it's like, gosh, Disney sometimes feels like it's sold out a little bit. Everything's gotten so corporate. But if you look at this, like the rocket over here, TWA branded. Autopia, Richfield branded. Even over here, like the American Dairy Association. Like in the early days of Disney, everything was sold to sponsorship. And I think a lot of people forget that. So here we have a bunch of the Academy Awards. This one is my favorite, with the 7 little awards for Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. All right, we are now heading into the exhibits. I think she said there are 15 different exhibit rooms, starting with a photo of Walt at 9 months old. Look at how pretty this is. These are basically some of the first drawings from Walt as he was a young artist. Look at how cool this is. This is awesome because like this is where it all started. I love seeing this kind of stuff. I got people interested in it. We formed a little corporation. Yeah, I'd say so. Also, this is not part of the museum, but look at the view of the Golden Gate Bridge. Right out there, that is an awesome view. Look at how amazing this wall is. It shows animating Steamboat Willie. It's pretty cool. This is the earliest known drawing of Mickey and Minnie from 1928. And it just keeps going. I've got to say, this is much, much, much nicer than I expected. I mean, I didn't expect it to not be nice, but this is really well done. Now we're continuing on to the next exhibit. The move to features Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And then look over here. Got some of the dwarfs there. Some different animated drawings of them. This is amazing. Here's a wall that shows just different trips they did, different things. I think this is cool, for obvious reasons. Sharon and Walt in Alaska. It says in August 1947, Dad accepted the invitation of a friend and neighbor, Russell Havenstrite, who owned a gold mine in a little town called Candle, to visit Alaska. Mother felt the trip might be too rugged for her, so Dad took 11-year-old Sharon. It was an interesting and exciting trip for both of them. Diane. Well, I guess we didn't have to go into that stairwell downstairs to see the Golden Gate because the exhibit continues this way, and we've got a beautiful view of the bridge right there. So there's a bench right over here. It's one of several from the Griffith Park Carousel where Walt spent many weekend hours while his daughters enjoyed it. So fun. Oh my goodness, look at this. It like winds all the way around. Holy cow. You can dream, create, design, and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it requires people to make the dream a reality. Here's the original model for the castle at Disneyland, designed for Walt Disney in 1953. Okay, look how cool this is. We've got one of the parrots right here. Now, Sherry, let's like move that. So see as Sherry presses buttons and moves things. It's kind of cool. Look at that, Sherry. You basically work for Disney. Okay, look how cute this is. I've never heard this story before. It says in the 30s and 40s, Dad wore hats, Dad being Walt Disney. All men did then, and women too. When he was younger, he wore his hats in a very jaunty, stylish way, but later in the early 40s, he just sort of stuck them on his head in a rather careless manner, what Mother didn't like. Once they were in Mexico, they attended a bullfight, and at the end, they were spectators beginning to toss their hats into the ring. Mother grabbed Dad's hat off his head and tried to toss it, but Dad grabbed it away from her before she managed to do that. That is this hat. Dad had it bronzed with the crown shaped into a heart and presented it to her on her birthday, February 15th, filled with violets. Okay, that's really cute. And then like, just all sorts of different things that Walt had. This was his valet box. This is actually funny, the 100,000 Mile Club, which is not a lot of air miles now, but back then probably was a lot. Look at these are like photo strips of Walt and Lily.
Diane says she forgets where they were. She thinks New Orleans, but she received a long hotel envelope in the mail from them with no note, just these photo booth shots, which I love.
They're so cute. You can see Walt and Lily in Switzerland. Now we're getting into the final days of Walt. Walt Disney, R.I.P. And then over here we have this epilogue. Says Walter Elias Disney died on December 15th, 1966, 10 days after his 65th birthday. Directly across the street from the studio that he and his brother had built in Burbank, California. Walter Elias Disney, 1901 to 1966. Oh my gosh, look at this. A wall of different media from Walt's passing. Okay, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. What a touching way to end. And then you enter this room. Right now it's just blank screens, but it was just playing clips from Disney movies. Place to sit and reflect. This, of all of the Disney things we have ever done anywhere in the world, this actually may be one of my favorites. And I'll tell you a little bit more why afterwards. But the last stop, the gift shop. I'm very excited to check out the museum store. All right, as soon as we walked into the gift shop, I noticed this little door down here. Sherry, I need you to open it. That's adorable. I really love the Disneyland ticket t-shirts. They have them down here. They also have Walt Disney Family Museum pins. We're definitely gonna get one of those. I see a Mary Blair pin back here. So we've got Walt Disney Family Museum t-shirts there. Lots of collector's items. Women of Walt Disney Imagineering, that's pretty cool. They have all sorts of postcards. So you know we gotta get some of those. I see something that I think Sherry needs. Do you need one of those? I don't think you packed any princess wands for our San Francisco trip, did we? See? They got little princess wands, little bunny ears, little cat ears.
I loved these growing up, the little flip books.
Those were always so cool.
I love them. Look, there's another one.
Let's see this one.
Where do bridges come from?
This is really cool. They have Lily Bell t-shirts. They've got some really nice coffee mugs just for prices. This is $29, which I actually don't feel like is that bad. The t-shirts are $24.95. Oh my gosh, look at these. So these are different like sketchbooks. So this one right here is Bambi. It is signed by Ollie Johnson, Frank Thomas, like the original animators or a bunch of the original animators. That's so cool. So Sherry and I read this book right here, and it was so good. Definitely, if you're a Walt fan, read it. All right, let's talk about it. We just got outside. That museum fueled everything that I love about Disney. Like, we haven't been doing a lot of Disney stuff lately, this museum, like, there is a fire inside of me again. It was all of the things that I love. It was Walt, it was the early animation, it was the creativity, it was when they were doing things that like nobody else in the world had done before. Did I tear up when we got to the end and it was like all of those like pieces after Walt had passed? Absolutely.
I sure did.
Sherry did as well. This was just so well done. If you, oh, it got really dark. If you're a fan of Disney, if you're a fan of Walt, if you want to know the backstory behind all of the stuff that people today know about Disney, this is the place. 25 bucks was a heck of a deal to get in here. I would come back here again. I really loved that it really did just tell Walt and the family's story. It didn't talk about any of like modern Disney. It didn't talk about any of that stuff.
No,
Didn't even talk about Disney World.
His death in 1968.
Yeah, it ends with Walt's death.
1966.
Walt's death.
Yeah.
It was, man, it exceeded every expectation that I had. It was so great. Now, let me show you what we got at the gift shop. We just got a few things. Here's the pin we got, the Walt Disney Family Museum pin. Loved that. We got a couple postcards to send to a couple friends. And then Sherry Beth got this shirt. It's the like original Disneyland ticket shirt. Oh my gosh, I love it so much.
And it was really funny. One of the employees was kind of standing by the shirt and he was like, let me know if you need help. The sizes are kind of all over the place. And I was like, I think I found one. And he was like, you were probably not alive when those tickets came out, huh? And I was like, nope. I said, my mom was born that year. And he was like, oh, so she's 70 this year. And I said, on Sunday, actually.
That's true.
So, he was like, oh, fun. But yeah, it was, I mean, it was fun to kind of interact with him, but it was kind of funny. He was like, you were not alive.
You most certainly were not.
For sure was not.
We got a couple bottles of water. Now we're just like sitting out here, enjoying the view. You can see we got some blue skies, pretty nice. All right, saying goodbye to the Walt Disney Family Museum for now. I have a feeling though, we will be back. Did you like it enough to come back?
Yeah, that was really cool.
I agree. All right, we are in our car. Next stop is gonna be Pier 39. Going down there to check out the sea lions. It is definitely a little bit of a touristy area, but the views in the waterfront are beautiful.
And I'm a tourist.
And we're tourists, so it makes sense to go to tourist areas. Mm-hmm. Plus, they have sourdough bread bowls with soup, and that sounds delicious. Okay, we just got dropped off. There's our car. Bye, Waymo. We are going up here to Pier 39. Sherry Beth? Day number 1 in San Francisco for the first time. Thoughts so far?
I like it.
Having fun?
Yeah.
Excellent. We've made it here at Pier 39. You can see the aquarium right here on the right. Hard Rock Cafe up there. And not many people out here right now.
It's too cold for the Californians.
It is funny, we've seen a lot of people in like winter coats, and I'm in a short sleeve shirt. It's very cool that they have the Christmas decorations up here at the pier. I did not expect that. How about that? A Biscoff coffee? Let's go in there. Well, if you're a Biscoff cookie lover, this is for sure the place to go. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm gonna get anything, but pretty cool. Look, little Biscoffs to go. Okay, so we are here at the sourdough bread place on the pier. Oh man. They've got soup in a bread bowl. Sounds pretty darn delicious. They've also got some mac and cheese that Sherry saw. So we're inside at the sourdough place, and there's just like a random pigeon inside. Hi, buddy. All right, our food is here. Sherry got the mac and cheese. I went with the chili and a sourdough bread bowl. And Sherry's gonna steal some of my cheese. Unbelievable, Sherry. Well, neither of us are official members of the Clean Plate Club. Sherry got close. I finished my chili, half my bread bowl. Gosh, I love sourdough bread. That was so good. We are leaving the sourdough place. There were pigeons inside, but look at all these little birds outside. Oh, Captain America would love them. And just so we're clear, Captain America's our cat, in case any of you don't know. Because if you didn't know that Captain America was our cat, that was a very weird statement. So we stopped into a little gift shop here and found a couple things. You guys know we get ornaments from our travels. They have a 2025 that's gonna focus Golden Gate Bridge ornament. That is going to be perfect for us. And then Sherry found a hoodie on sale for $19.99. And you can wear it now.
Yeah.
It's fun seeing all the Christmas decorations up at the pier. We're up here on the second floor of Pier 39, and you can see a bunch of the sea lions right out there in the middle, the Golden Gate Bridge in the back. Look how fun that is. A bunch of them were just barking a little bit ago. When I was, oh, there they are. When I was here like 18 months ago, all of these were filled with sea lions. There's a pretty view of the downtown skyline. More of the waterfront area over there. Sea lions, Golden Gate Bridge, and then down here on the far right, you can actually see Alcatraz. Sherry just had the exact same first impression that I did. So that's Alcatraz right out there. And what did you say?
It feels like a lot closer to land than I would have thought.
For some reason, like,
I would have thought it'd be really far away from land.
That's exactly what I thought. It's like, what?
Swimmable.
I mean, not for me, but I feel like somebody could swim it. Oh, look at the birds. That's really pretty. Yeah, I thought the exact same thing when I saw it. I was like, oh, I thought Alcatraz was farther away. We got distracted by the Christmas in San Francisco shop, and they have a little bit of everything. I mean, they even have, look at this, Bud Light ornaments. They have little like wine ornaments, other beer ornaments. They've got entire wall of mermen and some mer ladies. My goodness, they have a little bit of everything here. Look at that. There's all the different wines. Bunch of different angels. They've got dinosaurs. Oh my gosh, they have dinosaurs. Sherry, they have dinosaurs. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a very important question.
Which are your favorite?
Here's the thing. I have two favorite dinosaurs.
Yes, you do.
Where are they?
Triceratops
Yep.
and Stegosaurus.
Okay, you knew that. That's what mattered.
Do they have one here?
Nope, they don't.
Yeah.
Look how cool this display is. With the Golden Gate Bridge, all the different Santas, all the different nutcrackers. I also really like these. I love the TV with the nutcracker playing inside it. Now we are in the sock store on the pier, because who doesn't love a store that sells socks that match pets and owners? So if Captain America and us wanted to have matching socks, gosh darn it, we could get those here. Although I think he would hate everything about that. And I hate everything about toe socks. For some reason, that just really creeps me out. Like socks that have like individual toes, shoes that have that, absolutely not. All right, so we are walking to our next destination. We took a taxi part of the way because it was more convenient than Waymo. Waymo had a little bit of time to pick us up, and can confirm Waymo's much better experience. Also, traffic is crazy, and so we're like, you know what? We'll just get out here and we'll walk the rest of the way. We are going next to a famous tiki bar called Smuggler's Cove. Tiki bar culture actually is huge in San Francisco, and this place we're going was my favorite tiki bar. I went last time I was here, and so I wanted to take Sherry. We have made it. You can see the red and green lights above the door down here. Does not look like there's a line. Maybe we'll get in quickly. We are in Smuggler's Cove. We are under the stairs downstairs. Sherry, first thoughts?
I think it's fun.
So here are some of the cocktails they have. Their cocktail menu, I mean, look at this. It is absolutely gigantic. So the feel in here is just completely nautical tiki. The bar is up there. Again, there is a bar upstairs. We're downstairs. Lots of just fun, cozy vibes. Sherry Beth, is it what you expected? Did you know what to expect?
I had no idea what to expect, but this is fun.
Well, our drinks are here. There's my little drink, and there's Sherry's gigantic drink. It's as big as your head. This one has bourbon, and so Sherry was sold instantly. Mine has like passion fruit and pineapple, and it just...
Mine also has passion fruit.
Oh, that's right. Yours is like a bigger version of mine, but with bourbon. I got drink number 2 with their homemade coconut cream. It basically, this tastes like a holiday drink to me. It's very coconutty. It's got some grated nutmeg on top with some rum in there. That is delicious. Before we leave, I just want to show you the upstairs. You can see we have the bar here, and there are stairs that go up, so there is another upstairs. So I guess there's technically 3 levels. So cool. We have left the Tiki bar. That's very pretty. I think that is their City Hall building, if memory serves me correctly. Sherry asked if it was the state capitol. It's not, because we're not in the state capitol.
Sacramento?
I think Sacramento is right.
I feel like I should know that.
If it's not, the comments will let us know how dumb we are. So for dinner, we looked online, found this place called Elephant Sushi. The reviews looked great. Let's see if they got space for us. So this place looks amazing. They got us a table right here by the front window. Apparently we're close to, I think like maybe the Opera House, their like big theater. She said there's a show tonight, and so a lot of people were just leaving for the show, so they had space for us. Yep. We did look online. Their sushi menu looks absolutely unbelievable. So I think the food here is gonna be really good. All right, so I'm so glad we found this place. First of all, we got the miso soup. We got some green tea. The sushi we've seen come out to other tables looks amazing. They even have a menu of fish that they import from the fish market in Japan fresh. What? I'm so excited for dinner. Our first roll has gotten here. It is a tekka roll. We've had a couple pieces. It is amazing. Our second roll has arrived. This is called the whiteout. It's got butterfish on it, and I think yellowtail as well. It looks so good. All right, so here's the kitchen at Elephant Sushi, and I've got to tell you, that was spectacular.
So good.
We are sushi snobs, and that was among the best sushi I've ever had.
I would put up there with the Vancouver sushi.
I agree.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
Elephant Sushi, you will see us again, I hope. Okay, we are in our Waymo. We are heading to City Lights Bookstore.
For me.
For you. This has been a good combination.
Yeah.
So far of stuff for me, stuff for you, stuff for us.
Yeah.
City Lights is open till 10 p.m. And so we thought, well, after sushi, let's go to a bookstore. Actually, sushi and then a bookstore.
That's pretty much me.
Whoa. And then after that, we're gonna call it a night. But first, let's go do some book shopping.
Yeah.
There's that, what we think is the City Hall building. Also, this is really crazy. So on the map, it even shows like people that are walking around you.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because that's totally accurate. It's like, oh, look, there's one person, and you look to the right and there's a person.
There's a whole group of people walking before, and it was like a whole group of people. Like
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
So we just got dropped off. We're going to City Lights Books, which is right up here. Yep, this looks like a Sherry place. Books everywhere. This is a pretty cool bookstore. It keeps going and going. Lots of different levels and random rooms. And upstairs is poetry and beat literature. And come on, any bookstore that has a poet's rocking chair is all right with me. Well, we just left City Lights. That was a cool bookstore. Very, I don't know what the term I'd use would be. Very, eclectic, very intellectual.
Yeah.
Sherry made the point, she's like, I don't see any of my romance books in here. It's like, no, ma'am, you do not.
Like, sprinkled into the fiction, like there's just not.
Yep, they do not have any of your books in there.
Nope.
Sherry was just pointing out how Parisian this looks. A lot of the architecture around San Francisco has a real Parisian kind of feel. It's a fun city to walk around and look at the architecture. We are in our final Waymo of the day. Just picked us up outside of actually a Chinese restaurant called Nanking, which is one of the best, probably one of the 2 best Chinese restaurants I've ever eaten at. And now we have about a 33-minute drive back to our Airbnb where we are gonna call it a night. All right, friends, we've obviously made it back to our Airbnb safely. Sherry Beth, today was your very first ever full day in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
It was a fun day.
Yeah?
I feel like we did a lot, but it was fun.
We did a lot. We had our very first Waymo ride.
Which I was unsure of.
But now we're all pros.
Yeah.
We did multiple ones. I've got to say, my go-to is normally Lyft, then Uber, then a taxi. I would choose Waymo over any of them.
I think I would too.
That's shocking to hear her say that.
I know.
Because
well, I
you
mean,
were very uncertain.
I was very uncertain, but I generally don't like people. And
Fair.
I don't have to people because there's no people to people with.
You know, one of the things I noticed is that it is a much smoother ride. It takes away like the jerkiness of human drivers.
Yeah.
It is much smoother. I just loved it. I'm shocked how much I liked it.
Yeah.
We went to Tartine, had amazing croissants.
Yes.
The Walt Disney Family Museum, to me, was the highlight of the day.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Got to see the Golden Gate Bridge for the first time.
Yeah.
Went and did the Pier. We had sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Got to see the sea lions.
Yummy mac and cheese.
Got mac and cheese. We went to Smuggler's Cove. You got your first official Tiki bar experience.
That was fun.
We had amazing sushi. We went to a bookstore. You guys, that's not a bad first day.
What a day.
What a day.
Yeah.
So we are gonna go to sleep. We're gonna get up tomorrow. Our plan for tomorrow is to do the hop on, hop off bus.
Yeah.
Because it takes us to lots of different locations in the city that we still wanna see. So that is our plan for tomorrow. But we are gonna go to sleep, get some rest. But first we should probably end the vlog.
Yeah.
Friends, we love you. We'll see you on the next LeggLife video.